Right, I'll let these
Alright,
people
I'm
come
live.
back. 30 people. Dang, we had 100 people. I don't know what's going on with
It's my
stream.
internet. My internet needs
Ooh.
updating.
It's updating?
It needs to update. I need to upgrade it.
Oh.
But anyways, you guys, we're really sorry about all the inconveniences, guys. But anyways, I'm just gonna. So I can. You make sure you're streaming studio, by the way, eh? All right, you're streaming studio. So you wanna explain what this is, Zach?
So this is my Excelsior test rig, and really, I'm just playing the sounds of three different sounds of an Excelsior that actually like an Excelsior hybrid, basically. So what I'm using is several different equations to simulate the diesel engine kick on, the diesel engine acceleration, and the high pitched noise, the high pitched electric sounds in the electric hybrids. So it'd be easier if I because this is kind of tricky.
You can show the decimals calculations if you want to, Zach. Okay.
It's fine.
All right.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Welcome to my test place. So this is purely electric right now, just like in real life at low speeds. The Excelsior extended ranges will operate on electric at low speeds, but then when you actually rev up, voila, and then electric mode again.
In diesel mode. We're gonna use the same drivetrain in the XDE40, XDE40ER, XDE60, and XDE60LR. ER meaning extended range. And can you explain the difference between a regular XDE40 and a regular XDE60, and the difference between the non-ER and ER variants, basically?
In 2017, they don't have delayed diesel startups, so they don't operate electric for as long as on low speeds. But for the Excelsiors in MBTA that are 1925 and later, so the 2019-2020 Excelsiors, they can operate on electric but at very low speeds, like under 10 miles an hour, I suppose. Just like this model right here. Until the diesel engine kicks on at 35. But this is studs per second. I'm talking about miles per hour. So the miles per hour ratio is times. Okay. So we got the Excelsior demonstration down. Do you want me to demonstrate the D40 LFR?
Sure.
Right, and
for it?
no, it's still the same, but I have the AI passenger.
Alright.
Think.
All right, let's go. So this is
Let's
this
go.
is very early testing. they are gonna be humanoids, and we are planning a some couple cool features we'll announce later in the year about of the AI passengers.
These doors are... You cannot push these doors anymore because these are animated. So, yeah. I'm basically pushing the bus backwards now, but... Oh no. What happened?
Did you break something again, Zach?
Oh, it's that leave event. Remember? That broke the buses?
It's the same event
Yeah, let
that
me,
broke the bus?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Okay, let me...
do
Hold
you
on.
need to give you the new name? It's leave player event, I think, or something.
Right.
Unless you already fixed it.
Yeah, I just deleted that line. What the? Just sound the ground. Okay. There we go.
This
Same
is the
old UI.
UI, but it's gonna get updated very soon. I'm working on UI work after this. After the dev stream, it's UI work. But
Look at this very cool roll screen. I love it so much.
again, the current time correctly finally showing. We're gonna update the screens and all the everything is gonna get all the PA passenger announcements and all that. We're gonna get updated. The passenger announcement system with new text labels and new screen. The DE40 LFR sounds are not done yet, so we actually haven't started them yet, but we're in course of searching for sounds for them.
Yep.
I sent.
And also,
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So with the MBOC Gen 2, all the bugs with the MBOC Gen 1 buses, so C40LF, D40LF, all those bugs have been ironed out basically. So like the kneel light isn't going off. For example, I'll kneel down and then I'll kneel up. That doesn't go off anymore. The doors are animated, so they have really smooth animations.
Demonstrate it.
Lights. Every control is the same. Just a lot of improvements. And let's get the...
You could say that MBOC Gen 2 is basically the refinement of what we did earlier, and it's gonna be, and I think it's really an embodiment of that.
Oh, it's not just like a refinement, it's very much like simplicity, like...
Well, I would
Like,
say
what we tried to aim before.
true, it's simplicity, but people will notice is that people will notice that the system is much better, to be honest, and works much more better.
Oh, he's sitting in my bus. Well, would you look at that?
And eventually, we're gonna be adding a system where
Let's see that.
hashtag MBOC fails.
No, you didn't see that.
This is gonna be a meme right now. At least we're doing funny stuff, eh?
Please, Cole, cut it out. Cut it out, please.
No, I want you to see you suffer.
I'll have to move the DE60 LFR.
Well, you can just stop your stream and restart it. I mean, just stop studio and restart it. Okay, you're just becoming more of a meme now. You're just becoming more of a meme now.
Oh. Oh boy. We move it over there. Oh god. Oh god.
Alright. Are you guys ready? Are you guys? You can why don't you demo quick the DE60 LFR? I think people, even though it doesn't have any updates, I think people want to see it.
Okay. Let me just tweak it a little bit, basically. Just has drive. Give it more.
Someone said in chat, the DE40 LFR is trying to fight the DE60 LFR. All right.
All right, let's go.
So
Not much update, but this will have MBOC Gen 2 already supports articulated bus support. I've tested that with this model, but not like fully because I didn't want to like fully complete an outdated model of this bus.
That's another thing we'll be working on very soon. Is actually we'll be working on putting a new livery, and there's also the bellows is kind of old already. We're going to rework the bellows for a new version with finally
Even though they
folds.
even though they look really good, we could do better.
We are going to do better. We always strive to do better, and that's our goal. It's not just we don't. Our goal is not to make the most realistic simulator, but our goal is to make the best all-around simulator. That means decent in scenery, decent in technology, and decent in UI and usability. And because if we go too much in one of the sections, then we lack in another section, or we severely lack in one section. And a true success is really being good, all-rounders. That means having your custom buses, having really advanced scripting, and I really think Zach does a fantastic job for scripting. And also that's having a fantastic team. The developer team is a fantastic team, works really, really, really well. And I really want to congratulate them. They do really, really good work.
Shout out to them.
A huge shout out for our whole dev team. Speaking of devs, I'm going to do a quick plug. Them. No, but seriously, you can join us, our developer team. Just join in on the MBTA Roblox.com/developer if you're interested. We're still hiring. The HVAC, someone in the chat says the HVAC looks like Neoplan Wave HVAC. Yes, it does, because not the Wave HVAC, it's the same one as a new AM4F HVAC, but it's a redesigned version of the Wave one. It's the same model, but it's completely rebuilt, so it just looks way more realistic. But anyways, we're hiring developers. We're hiring game developers, which basically develop on South End, and we're hiring brand and marketing developer, which works in Affinity or Paint.net or Photoshop or those applications to work on decals and working on how our brand looks and all that. So anyone who wants to be a developer in MBTA, you can apply on mbtaroblox.com/developer. Zach, I think we still have one more thing to show, or do we have more things to show than that? All right. So I'm gonna be sharing my stream. So, whoopsies. This right here, guys. One sec. All right. So guys, this right here is, I really wanted to show you guys this first. So just loading in real quickly. I want to show the evolution. So this is the first well, not the first Excelsior I ever had, but this was Excelsior just before Wave. So this is in 2019, 1910 Excelsior. This is again a 2018 or 2019 bus. This is 1775. So this is, if you guys remember correctly, this is the Wave 2 Excelsior.
Oh wait, it's still loading. Oh wait, never mind.
It's a Wave 2 Excelsior right here. So the two, but it's pretty stark change, eh? And you can see right here, this is actually a demo one with the original insight seats that Zach made in Mesh. This is actually not made in Roblox. So this was actually our first foray in meshing. Now, I want to show you the new Excelsior. which is this. This is the new, whoops, this very glamorous intro. This is the very new MBTA Excelsior XDE. This is specifically a 2017, if I'm correct, or 2016 Excelsior. The door is not on yet because the door is still. The doors still need to be unioned and also meshed. But this is the new MBTA XDE 40. So you can see right here, little details has been, again, the little details matter. So you can see like the thin front, how it is in real life. That I really want to capture that. I'm going to actually go inside very soon, but first we have to show exterior and the realistic rear of how it curves up, curves on the sides too, and the realistic rear lights right here, very realistic. Again, ALI has also helped on this, so they have helped like on the window, on the not on the windows, but the mirrors. They've been doing the doors. They have been doing working on a little bits and bits pieces there. So like the destination, the exterior lights, the and also they're also working on a steering wheel, and what you're going to see here is like this pedals and all that, and but the dashboard and the controls is mine, and most of the rest of the bus too. I built it, and the seats too. So let's start with the interior first. So well, interior next, but first, before that, again, here the roof line is still not complete, but you can see if I actually remove the rear, one of the one of the features of the Excelsior is that it has a raised roof line. And what I mean by that is because, as you can notice, the rear is actually taller than the front, towards the front. So you can see how it rises up just like real life. And that's the attention to detail we're talking about in MBOC Gen 2. Again, you can see the new destinations for the Excelsior, the realistic LED destination, same as you can see on a D40LF. Again, the only thing that this bus needs is a fresh coat of paint, the Excelsior livery, and the doors, and a little bit of little details like the headlight eyebrows, which I did them, but I lost them because Roblox crashed on me. But anyways, right there, guys. I want to show you the cool shape of the dashboard. It's really the realistic shape of the dashboard, as you can see. It really is a really nice curve up, and you can see how it's rounded on its sides, and you can see it is auto-saving right now. This bus isn't completely meshed yet, but once it's completely meshed, it's going to be a really efficient bus. It's going to be probably 250 to 200 parts, and right now it's currently 300, but there's a lot of unoptimized parts in this bus, but at the end we're aiming for 250 to 200 parts. So you can see how realistic. I'm going to just zoom into here. This is the dashboard, how it looks like. Very realistic dashboard, as you can see. It's going to be a really nice experience here. Really, the dashboard looks like a whale. Yeah, I did that joke a long time ago. Because it actually looks like that in real life. But you can see how realistic. Also, the realistic decals on MBTA, I recreated almost all of them. Right there. The exterior decals are not quite done yet, but there you go. I did a couple of them. Now onto the passenger interior. So you can see right here, the passenger interior had a lot of detail given to it. It's still lacking the air conditioner here in the front, but you can see the vents is really detailed, along with the poles and the ad racks here. So you can see the transition right here is really smooth, like in real life. Really smooth transition, and also how the stop request chords are. Well, the buttons, could say so. It's really way more realistic than they used to be. All of the seats too. So you can see these are the brand new inside seats right here. They're really well done, as you can see. Again, all mesh, and all these seats are only a handful of parts actually. So all these seats together is probably 10 or 15 parts. Really efficient. Again, you can see the really nice rear here with the really nice detail. Again, attention to detail you can see right here. Only by looking closely at the vehicle, you can see the attention to detail. Attention to detail also stretches to the floor too. As you can see, it drops down here like in real life. And the realistic stairwell, like this. You can also drop down here and you can see the realistic heaters that are done. And the wheel box guards or something like that. The metal parts on this here is also really realistic. So you can see how really the attention to detail is in the Excelsior. And one other thing I want to draw your attention to is the realistic of the windows too. We haven't spared anything for the windows too. It's probably the most realistic windows you can ever see. Or one of the most realistic windows. And you can see right here, all of the decals is really, really beautiful. You can see here's the door frame, again a new green light. And a brand new interior. We're really happy to bring this Excelsior to you guys. It's probably the best Excelsior we have ever done. Well, for sure it's the best Excelsior we've ever done. And it is really, really looking fantastic. Really thanks to the team at ALI. I've been working really hard. And I've been working really hard also on this Excelsior, getting it done, completed very soon. And one other thing before I show you is that I want to show you the 2D 40 LFRs. Currently, this is the Civil Line livery variant. So that the story boosters have been testing this variant right here, but there's this new variant with the rear vents here and no front air conditioning with an old interior. So again, donators will have access to while the commuter rail level donators will have access to 6 versions of the DE40LFR, so 3 versions of the 2008 and 3 versions of the 2012, and in a classic MBTA livery, the Civil Line livery, and donator livery. So 3 times 2 is 6, so you get 6 buses in total for becoming a commuter rail domain donator. For more information, you can go visit mbta.roblox.com/donate. So it's again mbtaroblox.com/donate. Again, you can see how beautiful this is. The interior of the DE40LFR, and here's the interior of the DE40LFR again, with the older 2008 variant. So I promise I'm going to show one last thing of this, and it's going to be I've been working on the XM40. I'm not done the top yet on XM40, so we're just going to let it auto save. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just let it click that. Bam, 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 bam. You can see right here, this is the new XM40 top, but it still needs to get adjusted a bit. So you can see what needs to be done is that this needs to be longer here, and it needs to be more rounded on the top. So I'll be working on that soon, on the looks of the XM40. But and the top detail still needs to be done too. But it's so far, I think I got the basic techniques right. I just need to adjust the shaping slightly. What do you think, Zach, of these new Excelsiors, by the way?
They're like none other than like, and nothing that I've seen like we've made before in the past. Like every time we've made like an Excelsior in like past projects, we've always like always foamed at it. But this Excelsior is the closest I've seen like to real life.
Someone asked question, what about the XDE40? Well, are we gonna do an XDE40, Zach? I mean XDE60, sorry.
XDE60? Yeah.
Yes. So yeah,
Are we gonna Excelsior?
Are we also gonna have realistic bellows?
Yes. Definitely.
And how about the sound for the XM40? Are you gonna do something really special for the sound of the XM40?
I'm gonna do something I've never done with the XM40.
You were gonna show it during the next dev stream. All the sound, if the sound is completed by then, all of the brand new updates and all of that. But I want to leave you guys with one last look of the Excelsior for tonight. So I'm just gonna change it back to this. And if you guys want to look into the interior right here, this is the interior. Looks, again, like I said, it looks really, really beautiful. You can look at the ad racks right here, really beautiful and perfected. All of the grab handles and the joints right here, and the way that they come up and link up to here, it's really realistic. Now, Zach, before we go, there's one last thing I want to talk about, and that's advertising. So, I don't know if you guys know this, or do you want me to say it, or do you want to say Zach? Or, you know what? I'll say it.
Yeah.
The advertising now soon is going to be coming very soon. I'm going to be trialing soon. I'm working on a advertising system that's going to be automated. So how it's going to work is that you, the advertiser, will be able to submit it on our advertising portal. It's going to be a separate game or experience where you can go on our group, and there you can submit. You choose your price, so choose and then choose your ad, and you'll be able to submit it to us. And then after that, an advertiser, well, not advertiser, but us, a moderator, will review your advertising submission, and if it's approved ad, so it has to be the correct size and everything. If it's an approved ad, we will put it in game automatically. So it'll make the reason why advertising has been not working, has been not accepted in the last couple of months, is because we wanted to do a system. Again, we don't want to do something half-assed. We want to do a good system that's we're able to expand with the future, and with our future growth we're expecting. We think that we need to move to an automated system. Now, all of these buses will be released when Zach, will these buses be released? They were released for MBOC Gen 2, right? This year?
Yes, this year. MBOC Gen 2 is very ready for like buses that are ready.
So
I'm ready for.
Can you talk about one of the features of MBOC Gen 2, which is scalability?
Scalability?
Between buses. Like,
right.
You can move your scripts between multiple buses very easily.
Yes, and that is very true, because the way I've designed the MBOC Gen 2 is through like basically you think like a software engineer and how you could reuse code multiple times in like different units. So for example, a bus has features like doors, a chassis, lights, interior lights, but then there are different types of buses, 40-foot and 60-foot. So there are these ideas that in software you have to like implement and think about what we can make easier. So that's what I've took into consideration with MBOC Gen 2, and it's a totally different loading system for all buses that use the same scripts to make the transfer of scripts much more easier and much more faster than other times before, because MBOC Gen 1 is kind of convoluted and it's very hard to maintain at this point.
Because it's like Wave at the first was a really I remember from our first version of Wave had like 20 different scripts in each single bus, and now
it was horrible.
And eventually we did a loader, and eventually when MBOC came, we decided we're gonna have 4 scripts for every single type of bus, and now we're moving to an even smarter way of doing it, which is going to be a single script for every single type of bus, not just one script, some scripts for each bus. So we're gonna have a common script for every single bus, and for example,
40 and 60 foot.
40 and 60 foot will have each their own script, and the couple of things that changes. Some like the dashboard, for example, will have their own script per bus. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to limit our labor time. so that we can deliver
No,
updates.
actually, it's in the same script, but they're in different sections of that script. They're all running. Yeah. So 40 and 60-foot bus loaders are the same. 60-foot buses just have that else statement, like if it is a 60-foot, load more of these items. But the mandatory items that both 60 and 40-foot buses will be loaded in both buses. 60-foot just has the option. Oh my god. Carlos Nueñez says, I remember wheel lock. Oh
Wheel
god,
lock.
those days.
That was a long
The
time
horror,
ago.
the PTSD.
But we learned. I think we should do. I think the wheel lock should make us remember that how much we came since then. To be honest, like we came a long way.
Wheel lock. Those were bad times.
We're not like other groups either using a chassis. We're actually using our custom chassis, and to my knowledge, there's very few groups out there. There's only like one group I can name out on the top of my head that I know that doesn't use a chassis, which is RTA or ALI. Any group that uses the ALI buses, well, the newer ALI buses that are scripted by Harley, they're not using a chassis. But MBOC equally doesn't use a chassis. Zach, can you talk about what is your labor of love for making an MBOC chassis?
So this started pre-wave where I was experimenting with suspension. Well, yeah, spring constraints. I wanted to make the bus like bounce, but at the time I didn't know about constraints, hinge constraints. And then with wave, like I watched a tutorial on YouTube about making a suspension chassis, and then I integrated that into a bus chassis. That's where wave formed, and that bus was very buggy. So then with the MBOC chassis, I redesigned the chassis from the ground up multiple times, and now I'm confident to say that it's very stable from where we've came from. There's not as much like random glitches. Remember those random glitches that people would like fling out of the game?
Yeah.
Oh god, it was horrible.
It happened also in the early MBOC days, if you remember, Zach.
No, I don't remember.
The first stream, remember when we revealed MBOC, the bus flies away?
No. How do you make the doors move? The doors move by pressing the keys. M and N.
Show us the front. Alright, you guys want to see the front. Alright, we're gonna see the front right after.
Wheel lock was unlatchable. What
What do you
routes these buses will be serving? So, do we
Basically,
talk about the
all of
routes
them.
of South End?
I did it in previous stream, but we can say it again. I can pull up the list of them.
Yeah.
So
Did you show them the
basically-
map as well? Or?
I don't have it on my computer, but I can just tell them about the routes. It's gonna be CT3, SL4, SL5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no, 8, 9, 10, 11, 23, 28, 29, 41, 43, 44, 45, and 47, and 55. So all the routes in South End, you'll be able to drive these buses. We're the XDE40. We want the we want the Excelsior to be the face of MBTA on Roblox, and therefore we're gonna make the XDE40. Is it gonna be? I think it's gonna be the ER variant, or is it gonna be non-ER variant that's gonna be free? Anyways, one of the Excelsiors is gonna be free, so because we want everyone to drive the Excelsior, and the Excelsior, there's like gonna be 6 variants of the Excelsior we're gonna do. We're gonna do the XDE40, XDE40 ER, XDE60, XDE6. Sorry, excuse me. XDE60 ER, XE40, XE60, and XN40. So that makes a total of 7 Excelsiors, different Excelsiors you can choose from, and that's just the different Excelsiors. That's not even counting the different year you can choose, because you have to remember when you choose an XDE40, for example, you'll be able to choose the specific year, and then after that you'll be able to choose like your livery, and after that you'll be able to choose your spawn point. So yeah. But I just wanted to compare here the two looks of the buses. What do you think, Zach?
Yes.
I just want I keep obsessing over this, but just look at this dashboard. Just look at the dashboard and this should show the biggest change I think between the next Wave Excelsior and MBOC one is the old dashboard, and this is the brand new dashboard. Like, do you not see, like, look at this huge improvement here? Original, new, original, new, original, new, original, new, original, new. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed over it. The last announcement of the day is that the ticket system is coming very soon. It's going to be installed soon on the buses, and the ticket machines are already installed in Sullivan. They're currently covered up because they're not, you cannot use it anyways right now because there's no ticket machines you can actually tap on. But progressively we're going to be rolling the fare machines out to every single bus, and progressively first the ticket machines will be installed on the buses. The ticket vending machines, the fare vending machines will be progressively installed, but they're firstly going to be only installed at Sullivan for testing reasons. So if we need to change something, we don't have to change all the machines. But yeah, Zach, do you have anything to add on before we finish today, or no?
I don't. I've completely exhausted all I've wanted to say and demonstrate, but we have a lot of work to do. So I feel like MBOC Gen 2 is 90% done. I just need to finish the destination script and link it to the points and XP system, where the player can actually gain points for completing their routes, and then that data will be used by Cole to update the UI elements. That's one part. The next part is connecting all of these systems together into multiple game experiences under the same game. So the game hub will be the new start place. You either choose South End or Somerville to teleport to, and then you'll be watching that new menu screen like I've demonstrated earlier, and then the new UI elements like the shop, the MBOC Pass. Did we talk about the MBOC Pass?
The MBOC Pass is planning to be launched soon because we're not sure yet exactly when we're going to launch it, because it depends when the vehicle gets done. But
yeah,
we're working on it, and during the next stream we'll more about the points and experience system, because that's, I hope, when that's going to be probably the next month, where we're going to be the points and experience systems going to be way more finalized.
Yeah, and hopefully I'll have the Excelsior in testing, beta testing, and so is the DE60 LFR also in testing, hopefully.
By the end of this week, I'm planning to finish the XDE40 variants and the XN40. So all the 40 foots and also the XD40. So all the 40-foot Excelsiors are planning to be done by around the 15th of July, and the repainting of the DE60 LFR and meshing of the DE60 LFR. So again, another thing that has to be done is we're going to mesh every single bus. It's not going to be completely meshed, but the more crucial parts we can save a bit on performance, because our goal is to also improve performance, because we noticed that one of the biggest performance hits that's going to make a bus lag or not is going to be the front, because the front has a lot of complex shaping to it. Like, for example, the Excelsior has such extensive details that I don't know if you guys noticed, but it actually has a different curve on the side here than here, and the rear, because the rear again is very, very complicated in every single bus. Even in the Wave it was the same thing. The rear was a more complicated piece while in the front too, then the sides and interior. And we have optimized those parts, so we want to have the least lag experience possible. So again, I'm really proud to say that the XDE40 will be the free bus in the MBTA, and I want everyone to drive it because sincerely, I want to make it the best bus in the MBTA, and you guys are probably going to be seeing me driving it all the time too, because I really love it. I really love the sounds I heard, the work that's gone into the looks of it. It is hands down the best model you can get. Anyways, I think we're done for today, guys. Do you guys have any other last questions?
Take all the questions. Let's do a Q&A until 8:30.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you consider
Adawak
getting
said,
actual sounds for the card reader and the ticket insert on the fare box? Yes.
yes.
The actual sounds of the card reader is already done. The ticket insert on the fare box, I'll be searching for sound, and also I'll be working on some sounds for inserting bells and all that, and coins. He also said, have you, and this is going to be a question for you, Zach, have you considered recreating the Neoplan AN460 LF CNG?
After we finish the current bus fleet, we're thinking about bringing some of the retired fleet as special units.
They're going to be way more expensive than normal units, but it's simply because we don't want people to drive them all the time, and it will be the principal source of revenues. So what bus will release first?
The Excelsior family, basically. So XDE, ER, XN40.
All of them are actually coming in the same MBOC Gen 2 update. Every bus that's finished should be coming in the MBOC Gen 2 update once it's done, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah. All buses are coming at the same time.
Exactly. All the main buses. So AM4 40LF, D40LF remodeled. So D40LF is going to get a little facelift. XDE40, XDE, well, all the Excelsior family. I don't want to name all the Excelsiors. But yeah, everything. So we're basically going to have the whole MBTA fleet then, that means. Yeah. Okay, will there be a new trolley system? Yeah, the trolley system was demonstrated in the earlier streams. So yeah, there's going to be that system. The ticket machine. Does the press 5 for audio actually play sound? No, it does not play sound. Sorry about that, because it's really expensive to upload sound. So yeah. Are we planning to have externals for sound for buses? Yes and no. Yes. They may. Well, if it depends. How our scripting advances. So if we have time, we'll add the announcements. We have to remember. We have to like make it text to speech and work on all those kinds of stuff. What's Jay the Shark says? What's the steering going to be like?
Steering?
Yes.
Well, it's gonna be like the D40LF, the MBOC
and I'm going
steering
to be finding
that we're all used to, hopefully by now.
Exactly. I'm used to it. I'm the only one who's used to West DX, but I'm going to be refining West DX, and there's also going to be mouse steering for those who want mouse steering.
What about Xbox support? Will we be doing that?
Yes, we're going to do Xbox support eventually. We're looking into it. It's the same thing. It's the same case as mobile. We want to look into it. We want to test it. We want to see what kind of performance we can get. We want to see. It really depends on what we can get out of it, basically. Cole, I have a question. what bus is going to be in a testing server? Well, once we're done a bus, we're going to put it in a testing server because we need people to test it and test it really, really hard. Can you add more MBTA bus numbers for the D40s?
I think there's plentiful amount of D40s in Charlestown Garage.
Will y'all add that hydrogen bus MBTA tested on the special used? You know the hydrogen bus?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually answer that question. For the MBOC pass, the MBOC pass is like a subscription service. You can actually get the bus through that bus we're actually working on. It's the Eldorado Access BRT hydrogen bus, and that is currently being built. And it's going to be for the MBOC pass. So the reason is because there's only like 3 of them, and they're only operated a very limited amount of time. So again, it's going to be limited to subscribers of the MBOC pass.
Is it by Robux and points?
It's only by Robux. So that one's only going to be for Robux, sadly. Someone had this question, Zach. Will there be a thing to make the bus, to make the driver's seat higher or lower for a good height the driver likes?
You know, I've been thinking about camera, like first-person camera views to actually enhance the driver view. We should look into that because there are a lot of OMSI players that do drive in first person. I know I drive in first person for Euro Truck. I enjoy it a lot. So that's something we should look into, enhancing the camera at first person view.
Exactly. And I've been actually thinking about it too. And actually, what I was thinking was, and I was thinking of this just out of the blue in my mind, and I was actually thinking of making a UI for it. Was actually, right now you can use your cameras based on pressing 7890 on your keyboard, remember? Or by using the UI.
Yeah.
But we want to, and you have to hold the keyboard. It's not really that intuitive, right? What I was thinking of using was actually using some of the special keys on the keyboard for camera toggling. So you can toggle between your cameras, for example. If you know what I mean. So you'll be able to toggle between your cameras in different views in first-person mode. So you're going to be able to view your mirrors and all that. And yeah. Alright,
RTS. So all retired buses will come after the current fleet is finished as special units. So those will be at higher points and XP levels, basically. So monthly pass subscription buses in MBOC monthly pass. Yeah. Buses, players with the MBOC pass will have 15%, I believe, more points and XP gained.
Not XP.
Yeah, points gained. Yeah.
Because XP
50% more points gained in completing routes.
Because XP, we want to use it as we don't want people to just pay. We want people to actually play the game too. So that's why.
Time.
That's the goal of the XP system. So for example, articulate. By the way, you forgot to mention one thing with articulated buses is that they actually can only use them on certain routes. Can you explain the reason behind that?
All right. So the articulated buses will only be route locked to 3 routes, 4 eventually. So Silver Line 4, Silver Line 5, the 28, and the 39. The 39 will come in the Forest Hills expansion, because that is doable. People are still asking about the V5 Bellow, so I haven't started working on the V5 Bellow. I will start when I have the new body. Somerville Phase 3. Somerville will be redone from the ground up.
That's correct.
because there's a lot of scaling issues, and at this point, Somerville's at like its limit. So the best choice is to redo it and just make it better. Will MBOC have wraps? Of course.
That's
We'll
gonna
try and
be-
make.
That's gonna be you're gonna be able to choose your configuration. Then you're gonna be able to choose your livery.
Yep. Will Neoplan trolley bus be built?
No, MBTA is removing
no.
the trolley lines.
Right. Yeah. We'll be too late once we discover the technology. I mean, some other groups have done the trolley bus technology, but we're not there yet.
There's some good alternatives there already exist, but they're really difficult to drive, and we have decided that we want to concentrate also mainly on buses for now, and that's why we think that the best option is just to make diesel electric buses and all those kinds of stuff, because we want to focus again, not being having everything and not being good at one thing. We want to be all right, but at everything. That means doing the buses right. That means doing the technology right. That means doing the UI right. That means all the backend has to be right. But it has to be okay. We cannot do something. We cannot be perfect at everything, but we can be all right at everything.
GPS and navigation will be coming to all MBOC buses.
No more those directional signs.
No more signs. Yep. So if you guys have played Canterbury, we're somewhat doing something similar, but for the most part, we're basically blending in our our ideas
in our own
and Bus Driver City. Bus Driver City with the point system and XP. Canterbury with the UI elements, the transitions, and user experience. It's basically just to take some inspiration. Yeah. Will the DFL 40? DFL, is that the Denmark Football League 40?
Someone asked, will the vicinity be part of the MBOC pass? No, the vicinity is a bus, considered a regular bus that can be purchased with points only.
Okay, we have not started any work on the new Somerville. We've only been focusing on.
Well, there is some work done in New Somerville.
On South End, yeah.
Very limited.
Yeah, not a lot of work on the new Somerville.
We want to
Wave Game Pass.
Wave
Game Pass. One Roebuck. Are there any MBTA buses by Orion that could be special edition buses? No, they're defunct Orion 5, I believe. Rust buckets.
It was an Orion 6.
Orion 6?
Yeah.
Those are ugly.
But I really want to do the LFS, because like last stream, people were like all over the LFS. They were like, oh, could we get an LFS? Could we get an LFS?
Just make like you know those box buses, like those templates.
I could do
Just take one of those and put like 6 pieces around it and call it an LFS.
True. All right. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We're really exhausted.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining up on a stream. We're really sorry again for all of the technical difficulties. So one last round of the Excelsior. You guys, I think you guys really love it. I really love it. I just can't stop looking at it. Very soon, you guys are gonna be able to experience this. I can't wait for you guys to experience it, honestly. But anyways, I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna choose to end it right here, like this, right there. This is perfect. All right, bye bye, guys. Zach, do you want to say something?
Thank you guys for joining our dev stream. It really means a lot to have a large audience, like watching our presentations of what we've been working for weeks on end.
We're working very hard recently. Alright, bye bye guys. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.